probably want to sell this just to make the money back so that we can use it on other stuff. But for now, it's good resource gain. So unless there's something fantastic here that we want the money for. So you can see, because we've unlocked Brittany and the Loire, which is surprising that worked, we kind of want the iron. Stone, don't really care about. Gold would be good, but we probably want enough money to invest in that. Alright, what we'll do, we'll make the halberds, make the sword here just because we've got, no, we won't. Alright, they are ordered. You check out the map. Now England is attacking Scotland. So we want England to win this one, so that Scotland's down to a 1 province minor. Which means we'll come in, we will join England's side, we will sell them the weaponry that we have, make 1,000 ducats. And the other thing here is, these were more expensive than we could sell them for. So halberds here we're selling for 10, it's usually up around 14 or 15 in a war. If we go take a look at the exchange though, sale of arms, won't be able to see until next one. Alright. Still don't have enough money to do much. Don't we also have a whole bunch of furs? Alright, 5,500, but we've got to keep this on hand, so we can only spend 5,000 worth. Would be close, but that would end the game. So unfortunately, we can't do anything this round. So, you know what we're going to do? We're just going to go check out. Which one do you do it in here? So we upgraded, so we can get another staff member for here. We want to find an expert. Although again, I don't think that makes the slightest difference. It doesn't even change the search cost. And he's good at either of these right from the start. So we're going to hire him. He's actually better for this. So let's bring this guy out. Put this guy in. We'll see if we can do better. 7 and an 8. Alright, we'll hire him. He's better than this guy. So we'll put him in there. Find somebody else. Oh, crap. All we want is this to be high. Alright, that'll have to do for now. After the next upgrade it'll be even better. So now we gain 160, 50 from him, 60 from him. So I was hoping for an 8 or something like that. Guardsman, 8 there. You know what, for now we're going to switch him out for the worst guy. And then he was the best one. Alright, so we've got 6 and 7, gives 130 influence per turn. And then our best guardsman from who is left is Adam, who was there to start with, I think. We've got a 5 there. This guy is going to be terrible for everything. We'll just sack him. Credit-wise, we're going to be able to do a lot better, but I was going to upgrade this. So we'll just throw Alexander Ayrton in, assuming that we can afford the upgrade. 460, pretty cheap. So let's go look at putting him in there. Brings up total credits to 2,800. 1,800 there, 1,000 there. And you know what, I might just save the money up. No, we'll sort out the investment. Alright, costs 600. We will hire the last guy. We'll hope that we can. Find a pro, find an expert. Oh, God, now we get the one we wanted. So we're going to hire him. He's for espionage, he's not. And we just throw him in for now. We'll have a couple of 5s. And then the guardsman, I don't care about. We're still gaining fear that we're not using, so it's good enough. Alright, next turn. And you see the map in the background changes for the seasons as well. It's pretty cool. Jump in here. Just don't have enough influence to do anything. We want to keep making weapons for the English war. Although, sell weapons, yeah, we'll actually save it up. They're already going to win the war, so we just want to keep the weapons on hand until they're worth more. If we did want to sell arms, we'd get 8.6. So there's not enough of a build up there. And looks like this price is going to go up on the furs, so we'll hold off on selling them. Won't be able to do anything as far as investments go. 3 turns there. Let's just give this out. It's only for 1 turn. What was the percentage there? 1.7. Yeah, I thought it said 17% for a second. Alright, next turn. So we'll keep producing the weapons every turn. Valor work still 1500. We will improve. This is ordered by relations, so just whoever is on the top each time is the one we want to do it with. We just want to make sure it's meetings, not gatherings, because you get more bang for the buck out of the meetings. And one of the loans finished. This one is definitely better than that one. So let's give them this one. And now if we go next turn, we're going to be bankrupt. So we have to go to the exchange. Make sure, yep, price is going down next time. Sell the furs. Now we've got like 4,200 we could invest. Oh, I would love to have enough for this amount of iron. Alright, we are going to go for it. We're going to sell this, make that 8,000 ducat profit. Going to miss out on the, what's that, 2,400 per turn. But we're going to start investing in other stuff, you know what? No, we will. Sell that. So we've got 30 grand. The thing is, you can get stuck keeping stuff because it makes you a good profit per turn, but you're better off selling it, finding other stuff like iron mines, and then having money just on hand to do other things. Alright, that is sorted. Don't need to do anything here yet. What was the turn left? 2 turns on the one that's probably going to default. Oh, here we go. One of them did default before. So we could collect the money, I think is how this works, or take the land. And I think this is the amount of fear that it costs us to do it or something. It'll only take 1 turn of processing for it to happen. So we... What type of thing is this? Land allotment. Looks like a farm, maybe. I guess we'll find out. Should we take it? Base price is higher than the amount of debt, and then we're going to probably be able to sell it for more than that. So we'll take their land allotment from them. We'll find out next turn what it actually is for sure. And on the map, we don't really want to invest in England because we won't be able to do anything with it. You're not allowed to sell it unless you have access, like we do through Brittany, which is how that worked out well. So let's just go next turn. Alright, they'll finish next turn, so we only want to do a 1. And highest profit has lower risk as well, so let's give them that loan. We'll go and make our weaponry. Keep going the halberds. We'll figure out the price difference between them a little later. And what did we pick up from that debtor? Was agricultural land, and we ended up getting an extra 300 out of it. So we'll just sell this. Go see what else we can invest in this turn. Got 1,600, so I mean that purchase price is too much higher than this. This is pretty close. So 12,730. We're going to buy this just to do a quick flip. Made a couple of grand. Sell that. What else we got? Industry in the Loire and in Western Island. So that was a really good purchase, that one. And what's our thing? 1,000 per move. And none in either of them. So 1,000 iron. I've already done that this turn. 1,000 iron is worth about 2. So it's about 2,000 ducats per turn, which comes out about the same as the luxury items, I think. Alright, next turn. Is that the end of that war? No, next turn will be. Nobody else is invested in Scotland, so we're all good here. If we were to sell these, they're still only making 10. And you know what, the swords are actually better at the moment because they cost 3/4 and they're worth 80%. It's alright, just hold on to that. You do want a store of weapons on hand sometimes. Oh, and Castile, it's finally, no, it's Fez and Morocco are at war. Fez attacking Morocco. I think that's how the sword works, it's them attacking. Alright, doesn't matter. What do we want to do? We want to come in, and because we've got enough work available now, I think we'll just make some swords. You can see it's costing us 350 work, so it is a pretty big chunk. That's why we weren't doing it from the start. So let's order them, and we'll do a check. So the prices, I assume, are still the same. 8 versus 10.1. If we go take a look at the exchange, 7 versus 8.8. So war profiteering is a good way to go. 7 versus 8. You know, the swords are actually always worth a little more at the moment. Okay, so we'll stick with making swords while we've got the production. The other thing we could do is in, not industry, but in production of weapons, we can upgrade the armory. You do a quick improvement. Basically just changes the amount of work you can do per turn. So if we're going to be worried about it, let's just do that. And for the next one, we need headquarters at 3, then you get even more. So that'll take care of any potential production issues. Can't do that upgrade yet. The only other one we didn't do was the guards. So what was the deal with the farms? Alright, the number of objects that you can have. We're nowhere near our limit yet, so there's no need to upgrade them. Ditto with real estate. So all that's talking about there is the object limit. So you can see we're only using 2 out of 5, and we've literally only got access to 3, so there's no point worrying about that upgrade. And if we were to go look at the statistics, I have no idea how these guys build up so quickly, or how they could afford to get access to so many regions from the start. But we're actually in 10th place, and we're up from the start, which is good. Alright, investments for this turn. None of them really look great. We could go for the furs, but that purchase price difference over the base price I don't like. This is close enough. I think we'll buy for 11,268. 11,268. So we made 1,600 off that very quick sale. And then down here, everything should be done. There's nothing in processing. Nobody owes us a debt. Got no borrowers, so we've got the 2,800. You know what else? We will actually start looking for better workers. So in this, we want to at least get this one up. Or it is literally higher, so we'll hire him and kick him out in favour of this guy. Now we can invest an extra 400 ducats. And we do want these to be much higher. Ooh, he's good. Let's go into the espionage. Take out the 7 for the 9. He's also a good guardsman. I think we just sack Adam Neville. Put the guardsman in there. And this 5 is pretty bad. Let's just sack him. Find this guy. He's got a 6 on the espionage. We're never going to use this guy. We'll leave him over there. Bring him in. 2, 7. See, the annoying thing is we can't go back and check the others, so you've got to keep in mind how much better the guy is that you want to hire. Oh, definitely. I'm going to hire this guy. Finally getting a decent score. Kick him out, put him in. Keep the other guy around for when we level this up. Wilfred Morrison, though, can go away. Alright, so we'd have to beat an 8, 7, and a 5. There we go. This guy is never going to be used again. Put him in. Alright, didn't cost us too much. But now we'll come in here. So only going to let us do 28 till next turn, I think. So we'll do a 1 turn for 5.9. Give him that loan. And we did this turn, didn't we? Yep. Alright, so in the espionage, we go with a meeting and a meeting. Or a neutral 4 on both countries. Pretty good. On the map, they're going to win this turn. Not going to invest, and we're not going to sell unless that price has gone up, which it hasn't. No, that's fine. So the reason we want to have England win is so that we can unlock Scotland. At the moment it's going to cost 40,000 because we'd unlock 2 provinces. Instead, we're going to let England take this and then invest in just Scottish Highlands and then try and push Scotland into England afterwards. So they're done. And to unlock Scotland would now be 20,000, which we've almost got. First things first. Now we can do the 3,200. One turn, 5.5. 5 turns at 5.6. High non-payment rate. I'm curious about something. We literally make more money off these, so alright, we'll give it to them. Investment. Furs are 1,000 over. Grain is pretty close to the base price. We might be able to make more profit off this. We're going to flip the farm really quickly. 13, good. Up to 18,000. Did we still have furs? No. Alright, let's just close that for now. And then keep the production going. Into swords. And back on the map, we just want to keep an eye on Brittany and Scotland, really. Could unlock Navarra, but I haven't actually ever seen anybody attack the Southern Pyrenees. Yeah, just keep an eye on the people we've got. So we need to make a bit more profit before we can unlock Scotland. We should probably keep something at some point instead of selling it. Alright, 20th turn, so we're a 10th of the way in. Grain, grain, grain. Best profit would probably be off this one. Best percentage profit anyway. Best total profit might be from Brittany. Trying to think the percentage without breaking out a calculator. That is closer. This is way overpriced. So you know what? We'll just go for this farm. We're not going to keep the farm. All right, made about 1,000 ducat profit there. I think we've got another 2 turns, and we can reinvest that money. Go produce weapons. Stick to the swords. 1,400, so yeah, we are still gaining. And back on the map, Brittany's safe. Scotland can't do anything with yet. Portugal versus was it Marrakesh? It's looking alright. A few wars in HRE. Alright. Next turn. I would very much like to be able to keep one of these investments. Here we go, iron in Brittany. A little overspending. We will still have money left over though, so we're going to go with that. We'll be able to survive this turn. Keep making the swords. Let's go take a look at the exchange. 6.8. Just thinking if we do have to sell stuff, how much could we get? 4,000, well, 13,771 I guess. Although we could just sell them to any country at war. Alright, for now, all we need to do is, remember, keep these up with meetings, not gatherings. Neutral 4, neutral 4. Alright, next turn. Actually made a nice profit there. Alright, keep making the swords. That would have been this money returning, yeah. So, that is huge. We're definitely going to go for that. And we can't invest, but if we could, I would have invested in this. It's okay. Back on the map. Looks like England don't want to attack anyone. Marrakesh expanded into Arb, I think was Portuguese before, so they won that war. Which brings Portugal down to 3 provinces, 60,000 to unlock them. Would be okay to do Portugal because they do get attacked in the south and in Iberia. Alright, we've got one turn where we'll be safe, money-wise. It's a lot of tax we're paying. Espionage is meetings, right? Next turn. So, we'll go bankrupt and be game over if we don't make some money this turn. And 3 more turns until we get this money back. We'll get back 41 for the, was it 32 that we put in, so that's nearly 1,000 ducats over 4 turns. Which isn't huge, but makes a difference when you come down to these sorts of amounts. And we have to sell weaponry to somebody to stay afloat. So, what is this? Bavaria versus Switzerland. Whichever side we pick will win, because we've got a lot that we can spend. Denmark versus Mecklenburg. We can force Denmark to shrink. Mecklenburg looks like they own just 1 province. So they would cease to exist as a country. You know what? Let's do that. We'll join Denmark's side. Making very little profit off these, but let's get all the money together for now. Sell everything, because we've got enough iron coming in, we should be alright. And then that will let us at least unlock Scotland, so that we're ready to go against England when that next war comes up. And back on the exchange, we'll go sell all, just because at the moment it shows us as still having a fraction of a fur. And now that is empty. Along with all the iron and everything else. Alright, 6,000 actually. Even though we can't keep it, well, we could go this way. We can get some tiny amount of stone. Alright, we'll buy that. That is in industry, 89 stone, 90, 180 ducats per turn, so it's not really worth it. You get a much better profit just selling it straight away. I don't think we're allowed to go back. No, so it gets rid of all the offers. You can't just chain them in the same turn. Alright, spy. Scotland's lowest. Try and keep them neutral as well. Or neutral 4. Oh, and we got our 4th region with that. We could do a quick improvement. Alright, we'll do it this turn. And then we could improve... I probably want to do the credit. Costs 800. Investments... I don't know what this upgrade actually does. Investment cost. Must be the limit for what you can invest in. So where our bank searches for properties by search takes place in all the regions where we operate. Money must always work and generate more money. Yeah. I mean, we are making stones. We could wait for that, but we shan't. The only other one we care about is espionage. It's going to cost 1,000 as well. We'll still be afloat for a couple of turns. So we've got our spy ready to go there. Spies and credits. Alright, so we need I's and C's. We don't need a better guard. So of course the first thing we get is a better guard. Going to hire him now for when we do the upgrade. Alright, going to hire this guy. He's a 9. He wasn't too bad with the C as well. Perfect. Alright, so kick out the 7. Having the highest credit would be good. We've got 9 and a 7. Kick out the 8, then we can do a 7 into the credit. If we kick out the 7, we can only do a 6. Yeah, go this way. So he comes in, and then here we throw in the 6. Guardsman 13 and 11. Could start building up the fear. That will come in handy later. How much is this? We sold that, didn't we? So let's do the quick improvement. 8, 9, 10, 11, 76.2. We won't be able to. Alright, that'll have to wait. Otherwise we lose the game by about 10 buckets. We don't have anything to sell at the moment, do we? No. So almost lost the game. Next turn. Money comes back in 2 turns' time. I think we need to go and sell these weapons this turn to stay afloat. Stick with the swords. Alright, jump out to the map. None of our countries are under attack. So we've come in here and just sell our stuff to them. Swords are way outperforming halberds now. Alright, this is another 5 grand. We can come back to the capital and we're upgrading the guards barracks. And then guardsman here, so fear 260 goes up to 480 per turn. Of course we're spending a lot more on wages now. Alright, if we did want to do an extra upgrade, costs 600, we'll do it while we've got the money. We just won't worry about, you know what, we will. Good enough. He's got an 8 on credit, this guy's only got a 7, but I think balances out better if we throw Jesper Russell in the guard's hut. Alright, so money has to work. 2 turns. Bigger profit on this, give him that. I doubt there's anything we can do from the 3 grand. We can actually get this, alright. 2480. And again, if we push end turn now, we're dead. So we have to get into our real estate and sell that. Next turn, we shall make swords. Not forget our espionage and meetings. Neutral 4 and 5 in Scotland. And got 1200 for 1 turn. Well, I guess if you look at it in a percentage sort of way, losing out that wouldn't be good. Alright, is there a small investment? No, there's not. So, no investment this turn, a little annoying. So at this point, we're just too short on money to be able to do all the things we want to do. We're still in 10th place, but it's a huge gap to 9th place. This Iron Bank, that's the first time I've seen AI actually take a second country. Iron Bank, with this many regions, I'd say they're probably in China, or Ming. No, no competitors over there. New Order Bank, Templars Bank in Alarasha. Alright, wherever. So, we're going to keep doing some war profiteering while we can. And what else is left to do? Gold, furs. If we invest in this, we've got enough money for now, and we can actually sit on it for a turn. What's that? 570 ducats per turn for keeping that. So we want to start keeping the luxury stuff, or real estate's even better because you don't have to remember to keep going to the exchange to sell it. And sounds good. Next turn. Right, that was the loan coming back in. There's no debts for us to deal with. 5.7, 6.2, sounds good. Very little money. Might be able to buy this at 3,700 as long as somebody is still at war.